Ever wondered how to navigate the intricate web of compliance processes while maintaining top-tier security for your notarial records? The solution is closer than you think. Introducing Comply Chain Guard, or CGG, a platform designed specifically for civil law notaries. CCG merges the complex chain of compliance processes with unrivaled protective measures. It enables you to stride confidently through the multifaceted terrain of regulations while ensuring paramount security for your records, deeds, and transactions. CCG boasts a regulatory compliance engine that keeps you updated with real-time insights tailored to civil law regulations. It effortlessly integrates with legal databases and ensures automated compliance checks for all notarial deeds and transactions. But that's not all. CCG also features advanced encryption to safeguard your notarial records. You'll benefit from multi-factor authentication and periodic security assessments, upholding the sanctity of every notarial act. Plus, with continuous transaction monitoring, you'll receive alerts for any discrepancies and comprehensive logs for traceability. And when it comes to reporting and analytics, CCG generates automated compliance reports specific to notarial acts. Dive into our analytics dashboard for transaction patterns and predictive insights. Why choose CCG? It brings efficiency, security, and compliance to your fingertips, allowing you to operate with unmatched confidence and credibility. CCG integrates effortlessly with your notarial record-keeping systems. Our API facilitates bespoke integrations, ensuring compatibility with major legal platforms and databases. And remember, our dedicated support is here to assist you every step of the way. CGG is the future of notarial practices. It redefines your work, ensuring accuracy, credibility, and peace of mind. It's a transformative experience tailored for civil law notaries. Don't wait. Contact Comply Chain Guard for a demo or more information. Step into the future of notarial practices. Your journey to seamless compliance and robust security starts with CCG.
Have you ever pondered the integral role of truth and transparency in legal transactions? Indeed, these principles form the very bedrock of justice and fairness. In the realm of affidavits, truth and transparency are paramount. They are the compass guiding the navigation of complex legal waters. But how can we ensure these principles are upheld consistently and efficiently? Enter Affinet, the affidavit network. Affinet is a groundbreaking platform designed with sovereigns, legal professionals, and businesses in mind. It is a one-stop solution for creating, verifying, and recording truth affidavits. This ensures a seamless and trustworthy experience for all parties involved. Why choose Affinet? Integrity, efficiency, security, and expertise. Our platform is built on the principle of truth, fostering transparency in each transaction. Record your affidavits with ease and access them anytime, anywhere. With state-of-the-art encryption, your documents remain confidential and secure. Plus, our team of legal professionals is always on hand to assist and guide you. Let's delve deeper into the features of Affinet. Draft your affidavits online using our user-friendly interface. Ensure the authenticity of your documents with our robust verification system. Record your affidavits in county records or publish them as required, thanks to our seamless integration with the public record. Track the status of your affidavits and receive notifications on any challenges or updates with our case management feature. Affinet is also compliant with RSIA, the Arbitration Registry Investment System Artificial Intelligence. This ensures we uphold the highest standards in the creation and verification of truth affidavits. What exactly is a truth affidavit? It's a formal written statement made under oath, asserting the veracity of specific facts. All affidavits are inherently considered to be truth affidavits, as they are the primary means for a sovereign to communicate with another sovereign or government entity. Affidavits play a crucial role in common law. They present only facts that the author can prove and are primarily used in commercial transactions and disputes. When recorded in county records, they become part of public policy and establish the facts of a case. If unchallenged for 30 days post-recording, they become the law of the case. It's essential to remember that public policy is established for public officials, not sovereigns. Sovereigns operate in the private domain, while the government operates publicly. Affinet simplifies the process of using affidavits in corporate courts. Record the affidavit in the county record, obtain 3 certified copies from the county clerk, and submit 1 copy to the court records. Present 1 copy to the plaintiff and another to the judge during court proceedings. As the author of the affidavit, you become the creditor or secured party in the case, and the case cannot proceed until your affidavit is challenged. A truth affidavit must be truthful and complete. It should clearly identify the author as a sovereign private person, living sole, creditor, claimant, and secured party. The affidavit should only state facts that are irrefutable. In conclusion, Affinet is your trusted partner in truthful transactions. For your next affidavit, give Affinet a try. Experience the difference of a platform built on the principles of truth and transparency. Affinet, your partner in integrity.
Understanding syntactical trust training and insurance documentation. Summary. The video presentation discusses tactical trust training and the role of automated underwriting software in securitization audits. The focus is on the DTCC Replacement Implementation Guide linked to Accord Life and Annuity Standards, revealing its correlation with global insurance standards. Various insurance forms and their functions are explained, including property loss notices, liability notices, and certificates of insurance. The video also touches on specialized forms for different types of insurance and the use of forms in arbitration processes. The presentation emphasizes upcoming in-depth training on syntactical trust banking and M3 conveyances. Highlights. First, the video introduces tactical trust training and the use of automated underwriting software for securitization audits. Second, the DTCC Replacement Implementation Guide is tied to global insurance standards and correlates with Accord Life and Annuity Standards. Third, various insurance forms, such as property loss notices and liability notices, are discussed, along with their roles. Fourth, specific forms for different types of insurance like trucking and commercial property insurance are highlighted. Fifth, forms play a crucial role in arbitration processes, populating based on requests and activities. Sixth, the presentation mentions specialized forms like those for professional liability, money transmittal bonds, and key man insurance. Seventh, Forms 831 and 833 are emphasized for reporting claims involving lawyers and other professionals. Eighth, the importance of gathering materials for upcoming in-depth training on syntactical trust banking and M3 conveyances is highlighted. Understanding syntactical trust training and insurance documentation. In the realm of financial operations, syntactical trust training plays a vital role in ensuring compliance and effective implementation of automated underwriting software. This comprehensive guide sheds light on the intricate world of insurance documentation, aiming to equip compliance officers and insurance professionals with the knowledge necessary for accurate and informed decision-making. From the correlation between global insurance standards and automated underwriting to the utilization of specific forms in various insurance scenarios, this article dives deep into the core of syntactical trust training. The role of automated underwriting software in securitization audits. Automated underwriting software is a key player in the world of securitization audits. These audits are essential for evaluating the compliance and security aspects of financial transactions. By utilizing automated underwriting software, organizations can streamline the auditing process and ensure accurate assessments of various financial instruments. Understanding the DTCC Replacement Implementation Guide. At the heart of insurance operations lies the DTCC, Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, Replacement Implementation Guide. This guide, rooted in Accord Life and Annuity Standards, serves as a crucial reference for compliance officers and insurance professionals. It establishes a direct link between the DTCC and the core, which deals with global insurance standards. This connection is particularly relevant for those involved in commercial insurances, such as tractor-trailer insurance, where certificates of insurance originate from the core. Decoding the Accord Form Index. The Accord Form Index is a treasure trove of forms used in the insurance industry. From property loss notices to liability notices, this index encompasses a wide array of forms that cater to diverse insurance scenarios. For instance, individuals making claims on insurances will encounter forms such as Notice of Occurrence and Claim, property loss notices, and more. Property loss notices. Notice of occurrence and claim. Intermodal interchange certificate of insurance. Certificate of property insurance. Certificate of liability insurance. Evidence of property insurance. Evidence of commercial property insurance. Statement of no loss. Financial responsibility form. Insurance binders. Commercial insurance application, Form 125. Accounts receivable for valuable papers. Professional liability supplement, Form 187. Money transmittal bond, shared report of execution, Form 501. Contract bond request, Forms 502, 503, 504. Professional special insurance application, Form 825. Lawyer's professional liability section, Forms 831, 833. Navigating the complexity of insurance documentation. The intricate web of insurance documentation comes to life through various forms that serve distinct purposes. From professional liability supplements to notices of incident or claim, these forms cater to professionals, specialists, and various insurance scenarios. For instance, Form 831 and 833 for lawyers and other professionals. Form 825, Professional Special Insurance Application. Form 501, Shared Report of Execution for Money Transmittal Bond. Forms 502, 503, 504, Contract Bond Requests. Property Loss Notices and Notice of Occurrence and Claim, the Reinsurance Connection. Applying Syntactical Trust Training in Practical Scenarios. As professionals navigate the world of insurance, syntactical trust training becomes crucial for accurate implementation. From understanding specific forms to using them effectively in various arbitration scenarios, this training ensures compliance and informed decision-making. For instance, Schedule C on Admiralty claim and notice of fault demand for payment. Cross-referencing forms for effective reinsurance. Embracing the future of insurance operations. As the industry evolves, syntactical trust training remains an essential cornerstone of insurance operations. This guide serves as a roadmap for compliance officers, insurance professionals, and all stakeholders involved in the intricate world of insurance documentation. By grasping the nuances of syntactical trust training, professionals can navigate the complexities of the insurance landscape with confidence, ensuring compliance and effective decision-making. In conclusion, syntactical trust training and a deep understanding of insurance documentation pave the way for efficient operations and informed choices in the insurance industry. This guide serves as a comprehensive resource for those seeking clarity and proficiency in navigating the intricacies of insurance forms and procedures. As professionals continue to engage with the evolving landscape of insurance, syntactical trust training remains a valuable asset that empowers them to make impactful decisions and contribute to the industry's growth.
Could we be standing at the precipice of a new era in global finance? An era defined not by traditional currencies but by digital ones? As we traverse through the 21st century, the financial landscape is evolving at an unprecedented pace. One of the most significant trends we're witnessing is the process of de-dollarization, a strategic shift by countries to reduce their reliance on the U.S. dollar in international trade and reserves. This trend isn't arbitrary. It's a calculated move, particularly noticeable among nations that aren't necessarily in alignment with U.S. foreign policy interests. They perceive the dollar's dominance as a potential threat to economic sovereignty. And who are these nations, you ask? Well, we're talking about countries like India, Russia, and China. These economic powerhouses are increasingly trading in their own currencies, a clear indication of their intent to diversify away from the dollar. But wait, there's more. The de-dollarization movement isn't limited to just trading in native currencies. There are also talks about creating a BRICS currency backed by nothing less than gold. Now that's a game changer. This potential new currency could offer a robust alternative to the US dollar, further emphasizing the global effort to devise a financial plan B. But let's be clear here. The intention is not to replace the dollar outright. Instead, the aim is to offer alternatives. The purpose is to ensure economic resilience against potential geopolitical tensions that could arise from an overdependence on a single currency. So what's the takeaway here? We're standing at a pivotal moment in the history of global finance, a moment where nations are consciously moving towards a more balanced and resilient financial system, a system where the US dollar, while still significant, shares the stage with other currencies. Indeed, we are witnessing a collective effort to devise a financial plan B, an alternative, not a replacement, that ensures economic resilience against potential geopolitical tensions. As we navigate these shifting financial landscapes, a new player emerges on the horizon: central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. These currencies, issued and regulated by central banks, represent a major transformation in the realm of monetary policy and personal finance. They bring together the convenience of digital transactions and the trust that comes with government backing. The promise of CBDCs lies in their potential to enhance efficiency and security for transactions. Imagine sending money across borders in a matter of seconds, without the need for intermediaries or the risk of counterfeiting. That's the kind of future CBDCs could usher in. They could also broaden financial inclusion, making banking services accessible to those left out by the traditional banking system. But as with all new technologies, CBDCs are not without their challenges and concerns. One such concern centers around privacy. In a world where every transaction could be traced and tracked, what happens to our financial privacy? Would our spending habits be laid bare for all to see, or worse, used against us? Another concern is the risk of centralization of financial control. While central banks are trusted institutions, the power to control and monitor all transactions could potentially be misused. This raises ethical and practical questions about the balance between innovation and individual rights. Furthermore, the programmable nature of CBDCs could enable unprecedented levels of government oversight over individual spending. This could mean governments having the ability to directly influence consumer behavior, which is a prospect that raises both possibilities and apprehensions. With CBDCs, we may be moving towards an era where traditional currencies could potentially be marginalized. This could lead to a significant shift in the global financial landscape. As we move towards this digital future, it's crucial for us to reevaluate our financial strategies. We need to consider how we can safeguard our finances against potential currency devaluation and ensure we're prepared for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Imagine a world where currencies are revalued, replaced, and the economic hierarchy is drastically altered. What would this financial reset look like? Let's delve into this hypothetical scenario. A global financial reset, in essence, would involve the revaluation or replacement of currencies. This shift could be driven by factors ranging from economic instability to geopolitical tensions to the adoption of new financial technologies such as central bank digital currencies. Such a reset could drastically alter the economic hierarchy. Countries with significant gold reserves, for instance, might emerge as new economic powerhouses. Gold, with its universal value, and lack of reliance on any single economy could become a key player in this new financial order. Nations such as China, Russia, and even India, which have been actively increasing their gold reserves, could find themselves with newfound influence over global financial norms. But what does this mean for you and me? It underscores the importance of diversifying our investments. In a world where the value of traditional currencies could be subject to sudden change, having a diverse portfolio becomes crucial. This is where tangible assets like gold come into play. Gold has long been viewed as a hedge against economic upheaval, a safe haven in times of financial turbulence. By considering such tangible assets, we can potentially safeguard ourselves against the uncertainties of a financial reset. Moreover, the advent of digital currencies, particularly those backed by central banks, presents another avenue for diversification. While they bring with them their own set of challenges, particularly regarding privacy and centralized control, they also offer potential benefits, such as enhanced transaction efficiency and security. In this evolving financial landscape, adaptability is key. Whether it's diversifying our portfolios, embracing digital currencies, or understanding the potential of gold reserves, we need to be prepared for a multitude of scenarios. In such a world, it will be those who have prepared for various scenarios that will maintain financial stability in the face of uncertainty. In this ever-evolving financial landscape, what is the most valuable currency? Indeed, it's not the dollar, the yen, or even gold. The most valuable currency in this dynamic financial epoch is knowledge. The ability to understand, interpret, and navigate the complexities of the global economy is a skill that has never been more critical. With the advent of de-dollarization and the rise of central bank digital currencies, the world of finance is transforming at an unprecedented pace. This is not merely about keeping up with the latest trends or buzzwords. It's about understanding the deeper implications of these shifts. It's about appreciating how the de-dollarization trend could reshape international trade, or how the emergence of CBDCs could rewrite the rules of monetary policy. Being informed is about comprehending the nuances, the potential challenges, and opportunities these financial developments present. But knowledge alone is not enough. Adaptability is the twin companion of knowledge in this journey. It's not enough to merely understand the changes. One must be ready to adapt to them. This could mean rethinking investment strategies, adjusting business models, or even redefining our understanding of financial sovereignty. Adaptability is about being open to change and being prepared to pivot when necessary. And let's not forget preparation. We live in an era of financial uncertainty where a global reset is not just a theoretical possibility, but a potential reality. Preparing for such scenarios is not about predicting the future. It's about creating a buffer, a safety net that can withstand economic upheavals. Whether it's diversifying investments, considering tangible assets like gold, or exploring the potential of digital currencies, preparation is about taking proactive steps to safeguard financial stability. So, as we delve deeper into the world of de-dollarization and CBDCs, let's remember that staying informed, being adaptable, and preparing for the future are not just desirable traits, but essential requirements. Knowledge, adaptability, and preparation, these are the currencies of the future, and they are currencies that everyone from the individual to the financial analyst, can and should invest in. As we stand on the brink of this new era in global finance, we find ourselves faced with both challenges and opportunities. The world as we know it is evolving, and the rules of the game are changing. The shift towards de-dollarization and the potential adoption of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, is reshaping our financial landscape. Let's quickly recap what we've explored. In this engaging journey, we delve into the concept of de-dollarization, a process where countries are reducing their reliance on the use dollar in international trade and reserves. Countries like India, Russia, and China are making strategic moves towards trading in their own currencies, and there are discussions about creating a BRICS currency backed by gold. This shift is about offering alternatives, not replacing the dollar, and ensuring economic resilience against geopolitical tensions. We also examined the rise of CBDCs, a significant transformation in monetary policy and personal finance. CBDCs promise enhanced transaction efficiency and security. However, they also raise concerns over privacy and the centralization of financial control. How we balance innovation and individual rights will be a topic of ongoing debate, and we can't forget the possibility of a financial reset. This could drastically alter the economic hierarchy, with countries holding significant gold reserves potentially emerging as new economic powerhouses. This scenario emphasizes the importance of diversifying investments and considering tangible assets like gold as a safeguard. The discussions around these two pivotal trends highlight the dynamic nature of global finance and the challenges ahead. Staying informed and adaptable is more than just a good idea. It's crucial for navigating this future economic landscape. The choices we make today, the strategies we devise, will determine our financial stability in the face of uncertainty. So, as the world inches closer to embracing digital currencies and explores alternatives to the US dollar, remember, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Have you ever pondered the intricacies of transitioning from M3 to M1 conveyances using RISI, CCG, and AFINET? No need to worry, you're not alone. This guide is here to shed light on the process, breaking it down into digestible steps. M3 and M1 conveyances may sound complex, but when you get down to their core, they are simply legal frameworks designed for different purposes. It's essential to understand these distinctions, as well as the legal and regulatory landscape surrounding them, to ensure a seamless transition. The real magic happens when we leverage technology. RISI, an intelligent arbitration engine, plays a crucial role in facilitating the transition. It can analyze data, convert it into the M1 format, and streamline the whole process, making sure everything is in compliance. But ensuring compliance doesn't end with RISI. Enter Comply Chain Guard, or CCG, a tool specifically designed for compliance and risk management. It allows you to conduct thorough compliance assessments and mitigate any potential risks that come with the transition. Next up is AFINET, a platform that brings legal research and documentation management under one roof. Whether it's staying informed about legal changes or managing legal documents, AFINET has got you covered. Now, after understanding the tools, it's time to create a plan. Start with an assessment of your organization's needs. Who are the stakeholders? What are their expectations? Once you have these answers, you can move to training personnel on M1 conveyances. Remember, knowledge is power. Testing and validation are the next steps. You want to make sure that the transition data and processes are accurate and efficient. Finally, establish mechanisms for ongoing evaluation and optimization. After all, continuous improvement is the key to long-term success. In conclusion, transitioning from M3 to M1 conveyances with ARISI, CCG, and AFINET is a journey. But with a clear understanding of the legal frameworks, the right tools at your disposal, and a well-thought-out plan, it can be a smooth and efficient process. Customization and further development of this guide are encouraged to meet specific organizational needs. This is your roadmap to a successful transition. Navigate it well, and you'll not only improve accuracy and streamline processes, but also enhance your organization's overall data management. So, the next time you find yourself contemplating the transition from M3 to M1 conveyances, remember this guide, because with the right knowledge, tools, and approach, you can turn a complex process into a manageable one.
You need to watch this if you struggle with finding flexible work opportunities. SecureBankBox is offering a fresh, exciting sales opportunity. Earn up to $35 a month commission-based by mastering their game-changing tokenization services. Work from anywhere with complete schedule flexibility. No sales experience? No problem. SecureBankBox provides comprehensive training and top-tier support to set you up for success. Your mission? Identify potential clients, promote SecureBankBox's innovative financial services, and build lasting relationships. It's that simple. Why choose SecureBankBox? You'll be offering clients secure, transparent, and efficient services using advanced tokenization. Plus, you'll operate within global financial regulations, ensuring full compliance and transparency. If you're self-motivated, goal-oriented, and ready to dive into the future of finance, this is your chance. Learn more by joining our SecureBankBox class on YouTube today at 4:30 p.m. EST. Transform your income and be part of a financial revolution with SecureBankBox. Hit the link in the description to get started. Let's make finance exciting together.
Decentralized finance, or DeFi, promises open and transparent financial services. Legal entity identifiers, or LEIs, are crucial for bringing trust and accountability to this space. An API monetization platform for LEIs can bridge the gap between traditional finance and DeFi. This guide will outline how compliance officers can build such a platform. This platform will be a valuable resource for DeFi applications. It will enhance compliance, improve user experience, and generate revenue. This guide will cover essential steps. We will start with market research. Then we will discuss monetization models. We will also cover compliance, security, and pricing strategy. Finally, we will delve into API documentation, monitoring, and optimization. By the end, you will have a clear roadmap for building a successful API monetization platform for LEIs in DeFi. This guide is for compliance officers. It is also for anyone interested in the intersection of DeFi and traditional finance. Let's unlock the potential of LEIs in DeFi together. Before building your platform, understand the needs of your target market. Research existing solutions. Identify gaps in the market. Determine the demand for LEI data in DeFi. Analyze your potential users. Who are they? What are their pain points? How can your platform solve their problems? Conduct surveys and interviews. Gather feedback from potential customers. Thorough market research is essential. It helps you tailor your platform to specific needs. This ensures you are building a valuable and sought-after solution. Once you understand the market, choose a suitable monetization model. Several options exist. Each has its own advantages and disadvantages. Consider a subscription model. Offer tiered access to your API. Provide different levels of data usage. Another option is a transaction-based model. Charge a fee for each API call. You can also explore a hybrid approach. Combine elements of different models. Choose the model that aligns best with your target market. Select a model that supports your revenue goals. Compliance and security are paramount, especially in the world of finance. Ensure your platform adheres to all relevant regulations. Implement robust security measures. Obtain necessary licenses. Comply with KYC, AML regulations. Implement data encryption and secure storage. Use multi-factor authentication. A secure and compliant platform builds trust. It attracts users and fosters adoption. Pricing your API is crucial for success. It should be competitive and reflect the value you provide. Take the time to research pricing models of similar services. Consider your costs and desired profit margins. Offer flexible pricing options to cater to different user needs. Provide discounts for high volume usage. Consider offering a free tier with limited access. Finding the right price point is key. It ensures your platform is accessible and profitable. Implement a robust billing system. Ensure it is transparent and user-friendly. Integrate secure payment gateways. Accept both fiat and cryptocurrencies. Provide clear invoices. Offer multiple payment options. Consider using a third-party billing provider. This simplifies the process. A streamlined billing system improves user experience. It reduces friction and encourages adoption. Comprehensive API documentation is essential. It guides developers on how to use your API. Provide clear explanations. Include code samples. Make your documentation easy to navigate. Use a standard format. Keep it up to date with the latest API changes. Offer different language options. Good documentation reduces integration time. It improves user satisfaction and encourages wider adoption. Continuously monitor your API's performance. Track key metrics. Identify and address any bottlenecks. Optimize for speed and reliability. Use monitoring tools to track uptime, latency, and error rates. Implement caching mechanisms. Optimize database queries. Regularly review and update your API infrastructure. Ongoing monitoring and optimization are crucial. They ensure a smooth user experience. They maintain the efficiency of your platform. By following this guide, compliance officers can create a robust and compliant API monetization platform for LEIs in DeFi. This will bring much needed transparency and accountability to the ecosystem. This platform will benefit various stakeholders. DeFi applications can leverage LEI data to enhance compliance. Financial institutions can access reliable information about their clients. Regulators can monitor the DeFi space more effectively. This guide provides a roadmap. It leads to a more trustworthy and efficient DeFi ecosystem. Embrace the power of LEIs. Build the future of finance. Welcome to a new era of data security. In our digital age, data drives innovation and personalizes experiences. Yet, security remains a critical challenge. Data breaches and cyber attacks threaten businesses and individuals. Enter Basis Theory, revolutionizing data security with an API-driven platform. Explore Basis Theory's impact on data security and compliance today. Basis Theory is an API-first platform that empowers businesses to tokenize, store, and manage sensitive data securely. By replacing sensitive data with non-sensitive tokens, Basis Theory minimizes the risk of exposure and strengthens the overall security posture. This approach offers numerous benefits, including reduced PCI compliance scope, simplified data management, and enhanced protection against data breaches. At its core, Basis Theory acts as a secure vault for sensitive data. Instead of storing sensitive information directly, businesses use Basis Theory's APIs to replace it with unique, non-sensitive tokens. These tokens can be used throughout their systems and applications, ensuring that sensitive data is never exposed where it's not needed. This tokenization process significantly reduces the risk of data breaches. Even if a breach occurs, the stolen tokens are useless to attackers without access to the Basis Theory platform, minimizing potential damage and helping businesses maintain customer trust. Tokenization is the process of replacing sensitive data with non-sensitive substitutes, known as tokens, which have no intrinsic value or meaning outside the tokenization system, rendering them useless to attackers. Basis Theory leverages advanced tokenization techniques to provide a secure and flexible solution for handling sensitive data. The process begins with identifying the sensitive data that needs protection, such as credit card numbers or social security numbers. Once identified, Basis Theory replaces this data with unique, randomly generated tokens. These tokens are stored securely within the Basis Theory platform, separate from the business's infrastructure. When businesses need to access the original sensitive data, they can retrieve it securely using Basis Theory's APIs. This approach ensures that sensitive data is only accessed when and where it's needed, minimizing the risk of exposure. As data privacy and security regulations become increasingly complex and stringent, businesses face a growing challenge in complying with regulations like GDPR, CCPA, and HIPAA. Basis Theory simplifies compliance by minimizing the amount of sensitive data businesses need to store and manage. By tokenizing sensitive data, Basis Theory helps businesses reduce their PCI DSS scope, meaning they can significantly reduce the number of systems and processes subject to PCI audits, saving time and resources. Furthermore, Basis Theory's secure data handling practices help businesses meet the requirements of other data privacy regulations. Basis Theory provides businesses with the tools and resources they need to navigate the complex world of data compliance. Its platform is designed with security and compliance in mind, ensuring that businesses can confidently handle sensitive data and meet their regulatory obligations. Section 5. Customization and integration. Tailoring security to your needs. Basis theory understands that every business has unique data security needs. That's why its platform is designed for flexibility and customization. Businesses can tailor basis theory to their specific requirements, integrating it seamlessly into their existing systems and workflows. Basis theory offers a wide range of APIs and SDKs, making it easy to integrate with various applications and platforms. Whether it's payment processing, customer relationship management, or data analytics, basis theory can be integrated to enhance security and streamline data handling. Furthermore, basis theory provides businesses with granular control over their data. Businesses can define access controls, set data retention policies, and monitor data usage through a user-friendly dashboard. This level of customization empowers businesses to manage their data security effectively and efficiently. Section 6, Real-World Applications, Transforming Industries with Basis Theory. Basis theory's innovative data security approach impacts various industries. In financial services, it secures sensitive financial data. By tokenizing data, it reduces fraud risk. In healthcare, it protects patient data, ensuring HIPAA compliance. In e-commerce, it secures payment information, preventing data breaches, protecting businesses and customers. Section 7, the power of partnership. RISI, CCG, and AFINet. Basis theory collaborates with RISI, CCG, and AFINet to enhance data security. These partnerships secure identity verification, payment processing, and marketing data. Section 8, the future of data security, a collaborative approach. As our world becomes increasingly interconnected, data security will remain a paramount concern. Basis theory's innovative approach, combined with its commitment to collaboration, positions it at the forefront of this critical domain. By fostering partnerships, embracing open standards, and continuously innovating, basis theory is shaping the future of data security. Its platform empowers businesses to protect their data, comply with regulations, and foster trust with their customers. The future of data security lies in a collaborative approach, where businesses, technology providers, and industry experts work together to address emerging threats and develop innovative solutions. Basis theory is committed to playing a leading role in this collaborative effort, ensuring a safer and more secure digital future. Section 9, Conclusion, Unlocking the Power of Secure Data. In an era defined by data, security is no longer optional, it's essential. Basis theory provides businesses with the tools and capabilities they need to protect their most valuable asset, their data. By leveraging the power of tokenization, secure data handling, and a collaborative approach, basis theory empowers businesses to unlock the full potential of their data while mitigating risks as we navigate an increasingly complex and interconnected world. The importance of data security will only continue to grow. Basis theory's commitment to innovation, collaboration, and customer success positions it as a trusted partner for businesses seeking to secure their data and thrive in the digital age. By embracing a proactive and comprehensive approach to data security, Businesses can unlock new opportunities, foster innovation, and build a more secure and trustworthy digital future. All right. Hopefully I'm coming in loud and clear. Hope you guys can hear me. Man, exciting times to be alive. And for those of you that are brand new to this environment, this is one of many different courses that we actually offer. This is our actual SecureBankBox class. And we're talking about the actual program, but we're going in a lot of different directions to come home to a point. That M3 conveyances at this day and age is easier now more than ever. Because of the recent parameters under FinTech, the DTC and DTCC has initiated a worldwide initiative, which is in conjunction with the Bank of International Settlements, to encourage tokenization. And so what that means is for those of you that are loving everything that you're hearing and whoever referred you to this particular link and or class, you're liking the environment thus far. I'm going to just do a short little deep dive. I'm going to get a little techie for it, a small period of time. Don't worry. Just humor me for a second. Real world assets like real estate. Real world assets like precious metals have an ability in the DeFi system to have a token, a token that represents that actual real world asset in a marketplace. And it can be leveraged in a lot of different ways, especially for capital raising opportunities. I will say this again. A lot of entities are seeking the ability to grow their business by relying upon the good old fashioned, I got great credit, I have invoices, I have equity, I have something tangible that I can collateralize. I need this infusion of capital to grow my business, to scale and stay competitive. Okay, now, in this system, unearned revenue potential can be tokenized. You can call them things like, I don't know, general intangibles. We'll say general intangible receivables just for conversation. I'm not giving legal advice. We're just having a conversation. Well, really, we're not really having a conversation. I'm having a conversation. You're just listening. Quote unquote, in the aspect of accounting, you have this ability, and capital has a cardinal rule. It will flow where it is rewarded. It will also flee where it's being punished. And if you're not practicing certain accounting procedures, you are indirectly punishing capital. So by the algorithm, the law of numbers, you're warning that capital flee your financial endeavor. If you're doing certain accounting provisions or utilizing certain accounting provisions, then you are warranting that capital actually flow or come to you because you're rewarding capital. So you have to get in the right position. And, you're going to hear us talk a lot, if you're new to this, about trusteeship, trust administration. You're going to hear us talk a lot about current expected credit loss provisions and deaggregation of income statement expenses, because these are the newest standards of accounting governed under the Financial Accounting Standard Board. And FASB 95 was the old system where they used to use this acronym ALLL. Again, the acronym ALLL was an allowance for loans, leases, and losses. An allowance for loans, leases, and losses. That became CECL, CECL. Current expected credit losses. And if you understand what I said earlier about capital going where it's rewarded and fleeing where it's punished, if you practice current expected credit loss provisions and report your credit losses, you're able to receive a double credit. But if you're not into accounting that way, you're going to indirectly put something in place that by mandate, by the law of numbers, is going to literally drain your project dry. Commerce is an ebb and flow. There has to be a credit and a debit of equal proportion to sustain or reconcile that capitalization flow. There's a liquidity ratio that must be maintained, and that is pertinent upon your net asset value. I promise that's about as deep as I'm going to get right now. I ain't going to really blow your head up with all of these algorithms. And I apologize in advance. Sometimes I get a little wordy when I get into accounting. I get excited about data. I'm a savant, if that makes any sense to anyone. So numbers speak to me, and I get excited. So I have a hard time containing myself when I'm talking about accounting and data in this regard. But the asymmetric information, that's the other thing. See, if you've never done true accounting, there is asymmetric information in your thinking that fundamentally sets you up for capital to leave you and your project and flee or flow to those that are practicing a certain level of accounting. Let me give you something that asymmetric ratio players is what we're going to call them. Asymmetric ratio players. This is what they know. They know that it only costs 1% to do anything. I'll repeat. What is the question I hear all the time? Mr. Bay, how much is this going to cost? And they'll say, well, I want billions and millions of dollars to do this, that, and the other. What is it going to cost? And when you tell them the true cost, because they don't understand asymmetric information, some individuals, some practitioners are kind of stuck on, what? 1%? It's like, yeah, you got to understand your value system was fundamentally flawed when you sat in your classroom and the mathematician, the teacher that taught you math, he or she said, all right, class, repeat after me. 1 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 1. Now we come into advanced mathematics, and we're going to learn multiplication, which is it is an addition function. Okay, so addition 1 plus 1. So mathematics that say this is advanced math is saying 1 plus 1 is the fundamental, and multiplication is built on those same fundamentals. Remember, what did she have you or he or she said? Raise your hand and say 1 plus 1 is 2. So the very first time you do your times tables and you deal with 1, if 1 times 1 is 1, it's 1 plus 1, if 1 plus 1 is 2, and then when you get to multiplication, they're saying 1 times 1 equals 1. And you don't question that. You have fundamentally cemented in your thinking an algorithm that only exists in this realm. It doesn't exist in nature. It doesn't exist in natural law. It doesn't exist nowhere but in the person or people or philosophies that are benefiting from that fundamentally flawed system. We say it makes dollars, but it don't make sense. Because that's how your money is calculated by 1 times 1 equals 1. In natural law, 1 plus 1 equals 2. So it can't be 1 plus 1 equals 2 and 1 times 1 equals 1. But this is what you're taught. So when this asymmetric information shows up, you are staring at a mirror. And no matter what hand you hold up, the reflection is going to go in the opposite direction. There's only one way that reflection will follow you. And that means you have to master asymmetric information and turn your back to it. So therefore, the greater has influence over the lesser. And if you lead, they'll follow. I hope you guys are learning something. I hope this information has sparked you to seek out more of the same. Yes, I have practitioners that are earning well over $35,000 per month because the recent bank failures have increased our revenue by 300%. Because the asymmetric information is out of the bottle right now. The genie has been let out of the bottle, can't be put back in. And those that learn this love it. Those that don't know it hate the system. Accounting is not bad or good, it just is. How can you go around saying and being a victim that somebody took something from you when you're too cool for school? You won't even go and research the algorithm around money. That one fundamental flaw. How can 1 + 1 = 2 and 1 × 1 = 1? Keep listening, because if you listen long enough, you'll learn something.
The alternative lending industry can provide a very lucrative opportunity for growth. Whether you're specialized in commercial lending or financing, having the right funding partner can make the difference between earning thousands on a deal or losing a commission. Go Capital understands this. You work hard to secure your clients and deserve to be compensated. Unfortunately, due to increased competition, many lending companies have stopped working with new agents, are not providing adequate training, are slow to respond, and simply not issuing competitive approvals. By joining Go Capital's partner program, your dedicated support specialist will assist you every step of the way. As a broker, you know that it's not always a matter of obtaining a loan approval. You need competitive terms. Go Capital's catalog of loan products allows you to offer the best financial solutions to your clients. Options include business lines of credit, SBA loans, merchant cash advances, commercial mortgages, hard money fix and flip loans, bridge financing, equipment leasing, invoice factoring, and more. What does this mean for you? More deals, more commission, and satisfied customers. As a registered partner, you'll receive free access to the Broker Affiliate Sales Portal. This system allows you to easily manage your deals and also offers tools, training, and resources that will help you succeed. Frustrated with never being able to speak with someone about your deals? At Go Capital, someone is always available. Whether you prefer to call, email, chat, or even visit our office headquarters in downtown Miami, we are always available to answer your questions. While other companies may advertise the highest commissions, they often fall short when it comes to issuing competitive terms, making the process easy, or simply being responsive. Go Capital provides quality broker support and training, and quickly identifies how to best structure a transaction. With our multitude of loan programs, comprehensive training systems, and quality service, you can focus on more important things, generating more business. Need us to join a conference call with a client? Need help presenting an offer? No problem. Our loan specialists are here to help. For more information or to sign up, visit our partner page on www.gocapital.com today or call 1-866-257-2973 and speak with an account manager. Go Capital, where your success is our business.
We are about to see one of the biggest changes in the financial system we've ever seen before. Today, we're going to be breaking all that down, and it involves crypto, digital assets, tokenized securities. You don't want to miss it. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back into Tech Path. Let's start by thanking our sponsor, and that is iTrust Capital. Looking for long-term holding of your crypto assets, and you want to do it in an IRA, this is where you can start. Just go over to the iTrust Capital website, itrustcapital.com, and you can start getting into your own crypto assets and holding it in your IRA. You can hold gold, silver, as well as a ton of altcoins. No monthly fees. All you do is pay fees based on your own internal trade management. Easy to do, easy to set up. All you have to do is jump into the link down below and get a $100 funding reward to get started. All right, let's go into a couple of points here I want to hit on. And that, of course, is the legislative framework that seems to continuously brew here. Let me kind of zoom in on this one right here. June 5th, that's this week, we have the next generation infrastructure, how tokenized of real world assets will facilitate efficient markets. Now, we've got a lot to talk about here because this is getting into Carlos Domingo. He's been on our show before. This is the co-founder and CEO of Securitize, running the BUIDL token tied to BlackRock. And what they're going to be talking about is additional legislation that could be brewing up as well. And part of this is going to be the development of tokenized securities and derivatives products. So that's another one, in addition to FIT 21. So think about FIT 21, but for tokenized assets. Then they're also going to be talking about this new H.R. 8464, which is the Tokenization Report Act of 2024. Whew. Also, last up, before I go to the next tab over here, is Professor Hillary Allen. Do you guys remember this name? This is the professor of law, American University, Washington College of Law. Okay? Remember that name, because the last time we featured her was in this video right here, and that was all the way back a year ago when Filecoin basically said, we know you're anti-crypto, here's all the problems with your statement, and they basically just dismantled our arguments left and right. Well, that's not the end of it. She's going to be coming back to Capitol Hill to, again, go directly against crypto. And, of course, she's got to be on, Senator Warren's position. Here she is right here over on X, pessimistic financial futurist, meaning I don't believe in crypto. It's really what it should have said. And I want to play a clip from a podcast that goes in further. This is a very interesting podcast, so bear with me on this. Listen to what she has to say right here. This is a very important piece because this is her positioning on crypto. Take a look.
What kind of regulations do you think should be put in place?
I mean, the first thing I would like to see is sort of a blanket ban on any banks or other sort of institutional financial players getting into the crypto space. There is nothing in crypto that really makes it a better solution for people who need cheaper, faster payments.
So you don't see it as opening up financial opportunities to people who at this point, don't really have access to the traditional financial system?
No, because to get a loan in crypto, you have to already have crypto and stake that crypto for the loan. So that's not going to bring new financial services to people who don't already have capital. If you need to be able to make payments quickly, you don't want to have to go through exchanges who are going to charge you significantly to convert your fiat into crypto and then back again. And not even that, there's not even any productive capacity. Like if you buy a share in a corporation, they make something or they build something or they sell something, there is plant, there are employees, et cetera. And if that corporation were to fail, then you could liquidate everything and, you might not get much for your share, but there's something there. Whereas most crypto assets have nothing behind them. And so their value is entirely dependent on someone else being willing to buy that asset from you.
Okay, well, there's a lot to unpack there, of course. First of all, almost every point she was hitting on, the loan origination that you've got to carry an asset to get a loan upon it. That's called banking law. I mean, no bank is going to give you a loan without a securitized asset behind it, whether it's real estate, car, doesn't matter. If it's Bitcoin, okay, that's an asset. Yes, so that's the first fallacy. The other thing around speed of transaction and openness in terms of people who don't have access to traditional banking system, that's all over the world. We already see that. There are emerging countries, there are a problem and is a problem right now in terms of speed of transaction. We already see this every day here, even in the American banking system, one of the most modern banking and financial systems on the planet that still have ACH slowdowns, which take, from one bank to the next bank a day or two in some cases. And remember, don't forget, they don't work on the weekends. So all of those, of course, slow the entire financial system down, which creates this whole system around business called float, which many businesses operate on. So that's another big factor. The other thing about the idea that you couldn't send it crypto from one wallet to another without the use of a middleman just simply put her in a position that she absolutely does not know what she's talking about when it comes to crypto. So all that being said, let's take a look at where real world assets are actually going. We'll go right up here to the top one, and that gold one is right there at the top. If you can't see that, let me kind of zoom in on that for you guys just a little bit. That's BITL. Well, that is Securitize. Securitize is going to be at this hearing, getting ready to go head to head with our professor there, and I think that will be an interesting conversation. What are we going to see also coming soon? Real estate, commodities, stable coins, all of that starting to line up here in real world assets. All right, so let me go to another chart real quick. This is kind of where we are right now. 2024, you can kind of see this at about 1.5. And look at the tokenized asset potential. It differs across a little bit of countries due to the variation in their maturity of regulations and the size of the asset classes. But the key here is look by 2030, the growth we're going to see around tokenized securities. All of this and tokenized assets, all of this in a very high growth rate. I want to go to a couple of clips for you guys to kind of explain a little bit of where this is going. This one is a reminder around Larry Fink and what he predicted on the ETH ETF. Take a look.
Let me be clear. I think ETFs are step one in the technological revolution in the financial markets. Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset.
Do you think that Gary, and we'll talk to him later, Gary
like Ethereum,
will have to approve an Ethereum?
Yeah.
Or do you think that all these things have to go to court first?
I couldn't respond to that. I see value in having an Ethereum ETF. As I said, these are just stepping stones towards tokenization. We have the technology to tokenize today. If you want to talk about, think about this. If you had to tokenize a security.
Jamie Dimon disagrees with you on that, but.
Does he, though? Jamie Dimon, though, goes into this a little bit more. Remember, he has been an antagonist of crypto for quite some time, but there's a little bit of a plot twist. Take a look.
I've always been deeply opposed to crypto. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance. If I was the government, I'd close it down.
Building and managing portfolios for clients is a $5.5 trillion business. Enter tokenization and smart contracts. Through Crescendo, a JP Morgan next generation portfolio management proof of concept, portfolio managers and investors can access traditional and alternative assets. Take Ollie, an investor, and Kathy, his portfolio manager. Ollie wants his investments to reflect his risk appetite and his ESG values. With Crescendo, Kathy can quickly build an ESG-centric model defining sustainability-focused strategies and desired risk and return characteristics. Ollie reviews the details, including asset allocations to the target funds, as well as the projected outcomes. When he's ready to invest, he transfers his dollar deposit tokens to Kathy, who instantly receives them. The trade execution process automatically kicks off, ensuring Ollie's investment dollars are allocated to the underlying assets of the model, using the exact proportions Kathy set. Crescendo can even enable investment in funds that are issued through existing systems and on different blockchain networks, freeing Kathy from managing downstream complexities. Should Kathy decide to amend existing fund allocations based on insights from her AI assistant, she can quickly make those changes and update hundreds of portfolios at once, across blockchains and funds, in just a few clicks.
This is a lot of work that JP Morgan has been doing. If you guys look at that video right there, you'll probably notice a handful of crypto projects that are right there center stage. One, of course, is Avalanche, right in the middle of that with Wisdom Tree. And then also you look at Apollo coming in right there under Provenance blockchain, which I'll show you guys in a second why that's important. All right, let me jump back over here to the hearing that's coming up, because there's another name here you need to pay attention to, and that's Robert Morgan, Chief Executive Officer, USDF. All right. What is USDF Consortium? We'll just go over and jump into their website. USDF is the banking industry's answer to the need for a digital dollar. Let's go down further. You can kind of start to see the members there. You've got Amaranth there, Connect One, a lot of the mid-sized banks, First Bank, et cetera, New York Community Bank. So with this, you look at, all right, where and what blockchains are involved here. Let's go further into the page. What blockchain will USDF operate on? Right there, Provenance blockchain. Remember that name, Provenance blockchain, tied to JP Morgan, tied to Avalanche. Coming back in, there's Provenance blockchain right there, one connected financial services ecosystem. Again, going back to that JP Morgan video, it starts to break down all these components. So it starts to lay in a very intricate, but yet somewhat very pointed effort in a lot of the major names that we recognize on Wall Street every day, BlackRock, JP Morgan, et cetera. Tokenized assets are now here. They are for sure in play. Here is why all of this is being taken so seriously right now, and that is stablecoins under MiCA. Final countdown application on stablecoins has now started. This happens on June 30th. So right there we are, less than 30 days away. We will have stablecoins in the European Union, and MiCA will be in the guidance factor within that. Here's the announcement from Jeremy Allaire that is very interesting, because this starts to paint a picture for what stablecoins are going to be involved. Now, I want to look at a couple things. Major changes coming to the European digital asset market, June 30th. Take a look at this announcement. Now, I'm going to bump to this announcement and show you guys something that is kind of an interesting statement. And I want to highlight right here, spot trading pairs with unauthorized stablecoins will remain available until further notice. We know what unauthorized stablecoins that is. That's now known as Tether. So how does this play out? Because a lot of people are, all right, well, this is happening. Is Tether going to get delisted? Is Tether going to be a stablecoin of use anymore? How is that going to play out? A couple of points happening with Binance right here. Here's Richard Tang, who is the CEO of Binance, playing into this. I just want to take a moment, address the bigger questions about raised our strategy for the upcoming MiCA stablecoin rules. Please be assured that Binance won't delist any unauthorized stablecoins on spot, but will limit their availability for EEA users. So this itself is Binance prepping to get away from this. So, man, this gets really intriguing as it starts to play out in the United States, especially as we start to see a fast track, most likely, of a stablecoin bill. I want to play a couple of clips for you. The first one is Kraken, kind of talking about how far we're behind. Listen.
Do you think this is the year that we catch up with jurisdictions with respect to establishing a crypto framework? I'm thinking of MiCA in Europe. How optimistic are you that by the end of this year, we'll see some of this legislation get signed into law?
Yeah. In Europe, you see the markets in cryptocurrency assets rule charge ahead. They were light years ahead of us on this. And as a result, we're seeing American companies, American innovators, American entrepreneurs move offshore. Now, we are committed to the U.S. market. Kraken has made that public. But I got to tell you, it's tough to deploy capital here. It's tough to employ people. It's tough to plan for product rollouts without certainty. I don't know how they beat us on this. I kind of do, and I could spend a little bit of time on it, but they beat us on this. That holds, as you can see, jobs, livelihoods in the balance. I know what you can see here. I know what I can see here. I don't know what the cameras can see. But all these people have been pushing and pushing and pushing to have their voices heard. And eventually, that dam breaks.
This is Brad Garlinghouse talking a little bit about this. And he goes into what could be coming down the pipeline. Because if everything lines up here, along with what's happening with Ripple, we could see a stablecoin bill getting approved. In fact, I believe we will. I think FIT 21 is going to get approved, and I think we do get a stablecoin bill approved before the end of this year. And I know there's some people that will assess that differently, but let's go to this clip.
So you're getting into the business of stablecoins. Why now?
I think if you look at where the market is going, well, you're right. It's somewhere between 150 and $200 billion today. I think forecasts are that it's going to be somewhere around 2 trillion to 3 trillion. So that's growth of 10 to 20x where it is today. So that in of itself is those are fun markets to be in, that they're growing quickly. The second is, I think there's likely to be some shifts in market share. Today, Tether is by far the dominant. And I think the U.S. government is taking the position, well, if you're representing a U.S. dollar, you need to be regulated by the United States. That isn't the case today. And I think there may be some shifts in how that market share. But look, overall, I think Tether will continue to grow. I think USDC will continue to grow. But I think there's a lot of room as that market grows for a Ripple-backed stablecoin.
And what does this mean for XRP? Do the two work in tandem, or does the stablecoin supplant XRP's utility?
We think having a stablecoin built on the XRP ledger actually adds liquidity to the XRP ledger. We already have been using stablecoins in our payment flows.
So you can anticipate that Ripple's probably going to have quite a bit of an impact on the use of stablecoins. In fact, we'll see their stablecoin roll out this summer. Ripple switches their U.S. on-demand liquidity, their ODL class from XRP to USDT. This, of course, was last year's issue. So if this plays out, and we do see the Ripple stablecoin start to play into it, we could see liquidity start from ODL, especially start to shift over to Ripple. Now, with all that being said, is the U.S. ready for such a thing? There's actually an executive order that has been issued already. This was actually issued in 2022, particularly in setting standards that promote democratic values, rule of law, privacy, protection of consumers. All these are good. Investors and businesses, and interoperability with digital platforms, legacy architecture, and international payment system. That means SWIFT. We know that XRP is already working with SWIFT. This, of course, was one of the initiatives that pushed Yellen into working on understanding what was happening here. It also accelerated all of this movement, I think, of where we are seeing right now the acceleration of stablecoins being approved. Simply meaning we could see a fast track here on stablecoins, especially maybe even faster than some of the other bills that are coming out. Maybe prior to even when MiCA's deadline hits in June. So a lot could be happening right here in June. Make sure and follow us, of course, to get more of this kind of data and more of these deep dives. If you like these, make sure and smash the like button right now. Let us know down in the comments below. If you're not following me on Twitter, it's just @PaulBaron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechBath.
All right. So let me give you the skinny and then let you guys go because we got a lot of stuff to do. Exciting times to be alive. I'm going to share my screen with you for just a second. Hopefully you guys will be able to follow. All right, let's now go to my screen. And what I have up is the new May edition DTC settlement manual. Again, this is the May edition. And for those of you that want access to this particular manual, just please drop me a line inside of our Bitrix and I'll make sure you get this. This is what I want you to understand about settlement. The DTC Settlement Department is responsible for overseeing the process of settlement of participant transactions. What does that mean, Mr. Bay? Most of you guys that have a trust structure were brought up to speed on how to properly substantiate your trust. You remember that 15 trust structure? So this is what they're talking about. The DTC has a settlement department that has a mechanism that has been opened up for the settlement of securities. Let's just talk about the department. The department ensures the collection and disbursement of participant net settlement obligations and credits through the FedWire system. Everybody who gets their panties all in the bunch about we want money to go here, there, and everywhere, you are in the domestic M1 system dealing with FedWire. You're dealing with a FedWire system. The centralized banking system is tethered to FedWire. It says here, the DTC Settlement Department ensures the collection and disbursement of participant net settlement obligations and credits through the FedWire system. It also ensures that the major components of DTC's settlement services are updated, processing in a timely manner. It also helps resolve problems affecting settlement process. It also grants input extensions when processing problems arise. It provides backup to the extent possible when participant systems go down. It also answers questions regarding all aspects of settlement processing. And this is the money shot right here. Processes deposits and withdrawals of the federal book entry eligibility securities, otherwise known as the FAST manual. And if you don't know what the FAST manual is, well, this is the Federal Accounting Symbols Manual. This one right here. You know, let me bookmark this page. This page is, what page is this? This is R37. I need to come back to R37. But this is the manual right here, what we call the FAST manual, the FAST book, the Federal Account Symbols Title. Now, when you go in this manual, I want you to understand this. This manual has accounting mechanisms that you can use and the actual titles that go with it. So you get the accounting standard, what you call it on your ledger, and what law governs that label. So if you're using any of these labels in your accounting, you're able to have that value, settled through the DTC. The 15 trust structure, and this is the one that everybody is trying to get to, in my opinion. You're trying to get to this mechanism where you're dealing with this aspect of the DTC. And I got to read this to new people because you need to understand this. There are 3 trusts that are involved. And I want you to look at the flow. This is everything coming out from the settlement trust, holding trust, and disbursement trust. But none of this makes no sense until you understand who is who. It says here, this custom model is designed for private security settlement through the security settlement system, which is labeled SSS, which utilizes a trust indemniture which satisfies the depository trust company. That's the DTC. The DTC has requirements. In other words, the DTC's requirements for entire entities seeking membership. So some individuals have got to be sponsored to go directly in the DTC and DTCC. Others, because all data ends up in the hands of the DTC and DTCC, can utilize this LEI, API, DeFi space. It is a computer algorithm, but you got to have your trust structured in this mechanism to take advantage. Let's explain this. See, the requirements for DTC is that you utilize a trust indemniture. So if you got a trust indemniture and you set your trust up in this way, this allows you, and I'm just going to skip to the funky part, what we call the fun part. You're participating in the DTC as a limited participant. See, you only need their system to monitor your value coming out of the DTC, or coming out of the DTCC, excuse me. It goes into the DTC, it leaves the DTCC. It says here the settlement trust. The settlement trust, that's this trust right here with the piggy bank, may act as a limited participant in the DTC. It holds actual security to be sold, leased. It represents securities to all potential buyers and lessees. It maintains a non-interest-bearing checking account or account in the settlement bank of choice, or an omnibus account with the DTC's participant as an additional option. So it's an additional option to have the omnibus account. You don't need to have a DTC omnibus account to participate as a limited participant. This is just an additional option. I've seen practitioners say you got to do it. Those of us that understand asymmetric information, I don't knock another person's hustle. I'm just here to let you know that reading is fundamental, and if you don't read, they said a fool and his money will soon part. These memberships start at $250,000, the same amount that it takes for you to become an accredited investor, because if you're an accredited investor, you get the invitation. You get that. So it's just understanding this from that particular proponent. It also states that upon receipt of check during the settlement of securities, it deposits the check into its account for withdrawal and payment of lien and expenses to the holding trust. Funds due to it for authorized representation of securities are offset by debts to the holding trust. It holds no assets other than what is necessary to exist, thereby remaining essentially a judgment proof. In other words, this settlement trust is judgment proof because all the assets that it has is going back to what? The holding trust. Y'all might have missed this. Those of you that actually are in our Syntactical Trust Mastery course will get a copy of this class. Those of you that are just joining it as the first time, you're loving what you hear, get with the individual who referred you so they can explain to you what I'm about to drop on you. This trust right here is 99% of where everybody's talking about they want to be. But there's things you got to do before you get to act in that settlement trust position, because the settlement trust is the actual limited participant in the DTC. See, there's 12 other trusts, or 6 would go here. There's 6 more trusts that you got to know what to do before you can get to that part. And that the person who referred you to this can explain it. I'm just kind of rushing through it because I don't want to hold everybody hostage. But technically, the settlement trust is where it's at. Holding trust acts as a trustee of the settlement trust. This trust is acting as a trustee for this trust. Who is the most liable party in trust? If you got 3 participants, you got the beneficiary, you got the settlor, you got the trustee. Out of those 3, who is in the hot seat first? Is it the beneficiaries? Is it the trustees, or is it the settlor? If you answered settlor, you will be correct. The settlor sets the tone. Now, when you agree to become a trustee, you're taking on full responsibility. You don't have limited liability no more. You got full liability because you're acting on behalf of another. But when you act on behalf of another, you're given some incentives, some rules, some goodies. Because you want to be the parent, you want to be fully responsible, you get to do things. See, people who are waiting around for a wire transfer, this, that, and the other, all of that non-proactive stuff is going off of somebody else's plan. Meaning that, here's a rule, another free one I'm going to give you. They say, if where you're getting your money comes from a trust, and where you're spending your money ends up in a trust, and you're the only entity in the middle of that transaction that's not in trust, there is no trust. Everyone has a rule where they can hang all of their liability on the non-trust entity. This is why the flow of this mechanism is one way, not two way. Everything is flowing from the settlement trust. So it's going from the settlement trust to the holding trust to the disbursement trust. The holding trust is acting as a trustee for the settlement trust. It receives the cash and other liquid payments for what trustee services rendered. So this is where you're issuing that 1099 NEC, non-employee compensation form. You are doing that because now the settlement trust has endowed the holding trust as trustee compensation. It holds these funds in liquid form. So the M3 asset, that has been issued by the settlement trust, which has been conveyed over to the holding trust as a 1099 NEC, can be made liquid on the treasury side of the ledger. Remember, you are a limited participant in the DTC. And if you've done your UCC 1, your UCC 3, your UCC 5, and you've added CD Company, CEDE and Company as one of the secured party creditors, you get to use this system. I hope you guys learned something. I know I was speeding. If you want more in-depth knowledge of what I'm breaking down, and you're not a member of SecureBankBox, you're not actively a syntactical trust student, you're not in our ethical hacking class, please do so. Remember, if you listen long enough, you'll learn something. Peace and love, family. Peace and love.